All right, let's start from the beginning. So I need to log in to Logix with my account. After logging in, I have a couple of options. But first, assume that I don't have any factory configured yet. I have just empty factory with no lines and no machines. The first thing I need to do is open Config Hub. This is a place for all of the configuration regarding user accounts and plan structure, and this is the place mostly for administrators and managers to configure Logix as a whole. And first I will jump to plans here on the left and open our testing factory, ilabo R&D. In here, when I click on it, I can see the structure of my factory. But what I will do first is I will create a completely new line. So I will click add at the top and say I will create our demo line. And I will say it will, here's a code that will be used for importing later. And here I can use, I can say in which area the line is located in. It can be different parts of your factory, it can be different departments. However, you can arrange that however you like. So I will add it to this first basic area. After saving, this demo line is visible now here, and I can go ahead and add our first machine to this line. So I'll create a filler. Let's add a code F to that and save. You can see filler is now visible here. And maybe I'll just another one, copper C inside the demo line. All right, so we have a new line with 2 machines. I can now, continue this work, add the rest of the machines, the rest of the lines, configure it from here. But this should be enough for our demo. Now, a quick note about the codes I've used so far. That you've noticed that after providing the name, I was providing also a code. And you can see all of the codes here that are assigned first to the factory, then to each area, and to each line, but also to every machine. What is important about codes is that inside the factory, all lines and areas are expected to have a unique code, because those are the identifiers that will be used by external APIs or when I import a file with orders, or maybe from SAP. Those are the unique identifiers for those assets. Names are mostly used to show users what is that asset, but codes are used for all of the work around that asset. Machines needs to be unique only inside the line, because for machines, when, for example, trying to access the machine from a perspective of a pre-processing function, which will be covered later, we'll always use the line name first, then slash, and then the machine name, just like a folder inside another folder. So the machine codes needs to be unique in the scope of this of each line, but lines needs to be unique globally in the whole factory. Now let's jump back to, and I can click on the logo here in the top left corner to quickly switch to PackOS. I can see my factory here. If I click it, our new demo line is now visible here at the end. You can see it's still disconnected. We'll handle that later. If I click on it, I can see my new machines created there. So in this video, I explained how to start from an empty factory and configure all of the structure, including lines and machines. Right now, all of them are disconnected. In the next video, we'll focus on signals. What are the signals? What is the data flow from the factory to the system, and how to configure it so that we can get our hands on real production data.